Hi everyone, it's Tallara and welcome back to Dredge. It's a beautiful morning on the water here. If you tuned into our last episode and have been following the series, then you'll know that we officially beat the game. We saw both the good and the bad ending, but I return to you now in an alternate third universe where we did not reach either ending, and instead we're gonna go explore a brand new world. That's right, today we're gonna check out the DLC for Dredge. So if we come to our map, bam, there it is, a big question mark. What could that mean? There's only one way to find out. That's where we're gonna head today. I just realized I can remove this marker, so we're just gonna head straight south from the Marrows and see what we can find. Our final Dredge journey is upon us. It's a little bittersweet. Of course, I'm excited to see what the DLC has in store for us. As a Canadian myself, I'm kind of excited to go to the icy waters of the Pale Reach, but at the same time, obviously, a little sad because I don't want this game to end. I've just had so much fun playing this game with you guys, and I really hope you've enjoyed the playthrough. Is that a dolphin? Oh my god, it is! Wow, that is just what we need as we set out on the final leg of our journey, is some dolphin friends. Yeah! I love their cute little noises. I've actually been very lucky and had the opportunity to meet dolphins in my life. I got to feed them and pet them on a vacation that I went on a while ago when I was a teenager. And I don't know what I expected them to feel like. I don't know if you guys have ever pet a dolphin, but they didn't feel like what I thought they would feel like. They're so smooth, but they're also kind of squishy. But they were just as cute and friendly as promised, so that was fantastic. Okay, I think we are approaching our destination here. I see ice in the water. And I also see, is that our traveling merchant friend? God love her. Oh, I was really close to that geyser. Literally, what would we do without the traveling merchant? She is everywhere we need her. Ahoy! Down here to investigate the ice field too? It seems to have appeared out of nowhere. My best guess is that it drifted up from the south. Either way, I thought I should set up a pontoon here, but when I went to stake my claim, I noticed some old equipment on the ice. Come and check it out when you get a second. In the meantime, I've got some new rods for sale. They'll be perfect for fishing in the ice around here. Alright, so we definitely want to check those out. What do you got? Barbed ice rod and glacial lance. So this just catches ice, and this catches ice and oceanic, so I guess we will equip that one. I guess we'll switch out our net as well, because we've currently got the tempered mesh net. Alright, let's do a little bit of rejigging here with our equipment. Get it? Jigging? It's a fish. I know, I'm so funny. Just kidding. Okay, hang on. See, I want this rod. Yeah, we might have to do some complete rejigging here. Bear with me. Okay, I think I've got my setup. We've got the anti-tangle line, which catches mangrove coastal. We've got the brittle trawl net, which will catch ice fish. We've got the flexible fishing pole for coastal shallow, and then finally the glacial lance, which allows for ice and oceanic catches. So I got all that. I also took out all of my crab pots, because we'll put those around. And I also took the opportunity to purchase some packed explosives, because you never know when you have to blow up some stuff in your travels. So I think we're all set. Thank you, traveling merchant. And now let's go check out that icy work site that she mentioned. The traveling merchant has crossed over to the nearby iceberg and is inspecting some old pieces of metal. You approach. It's so weird. This stuff seems old, like really old. She kicks a large sheet of metal, half embedded in the ice. A thin layer of snow dislodges, revealing lines of rivet holes. And come in here, look! You follow her into a small makeshift shelter, ruined by years of harsh weather. Inside are some schematics nailed to a table, still barely legible. See how they angled these sheets? And the lining of the metal around the bow. Whoever was here, I think they were constructing an icebreaker. What's an icebreaker? It's a reinforced structure attached to the front of ships to help them safely cut a path through ice. With these plans, I could probably make another. She trudges outside again and paces out the length of the metal scraps on the ice. We've got most of the basic materials here already, but of course we're missing the most crucial pieces. An icebreaker needs specially tempered, angled metal, as well as components designed to minimize the impact to your hull. I can't see any of those here, but whoever left all this stuff here, maybe they left other pieces elsewhere. Or maybe you'll be able to find their old ship and salvage the icebreaker they already built. That would be convenient. Anyway, to build a new icebreaker, these are the parts we'll need. An icebreaker plow half, icebreaker bracing, another icebreaker plow half. Okay, got it. Bracing and plow halves. I will keep an eye out. For now, let's undock and begin our journey. First things first, we'll set our crab pots to see what icy fish we can catch here. Then we will lower our trawl net. And now let's set sail. The music is cool. I wonder if there will be ice monsters down here, or if it's just going to be a nice, casual, cold experience. Right on cue, we catch ourselves an ice fish, which seems on brand for this place, and then we also get an astral ice fish. Very spooky and cool. Now we do have some ice. I'm assuming we need the icebreaker to get through there. Maybe we won't need the explosives after all, but you never know. I figured it couldn't hurt to have some on hand as we explore for the first time. A toothfish? Does that mean it has teeth? Fish with teeth, that's new. As long as it doesn't try to eat me, it's all good. This is more ice fish. I see something up ahead. What is this? A boat. Fisherman, I didn't expect to see you this far south. Well, this is a fortunate turn of events. There's a narwhal somewhere in this ice field. I couldn't get any further in, so I've been trying to take a picture from here with no luck. I tried placing some scraps of fish on that ice sheet over there to entice it, but I didn't have enough to hold its attention for long enough. I only caught a glimpse. I don't suppose you have any fish you'd be prepared to donate to the pursuit of wildlife photography. Fill the space entirely with any fish you like. I can't imagine the narwhal's too picky. Well, luckily for you, I love narwhals, aka the unicorns of the sea, so I will gladly donate some fish to your endeavor. And luckily for you, I've got just enough. That's perfect. Now cut your engines. We need to wait in complete silence. Shh! I think I hear something under the ice. That's not a narwhal. Narwhals are normally very cute and cuddly, and that looked to be basically the opposite. That is a demented narwhal if I've ever seen one. What on earth was that thing? I'm not sticking around to find out. So remember how I was like, wow, I wonder if there'll be any monsters here, or if this will just be a peaceful fishing experience. Yeah, it turns out there's monsters. On the bright side, though, through our hours of dredging, I have gained confidence, I think. I think I'm not as scared as I used to be. I say that now, something will pop out and try to eat me and I'll be a big baby about it, as usual, but, you know, I'm at least pretending that I've gotten braver. Either way, it is dark as heck down here, so let's dock for the night. We can sell the couple of fish that we picked up. We got $87 in the budget. And we'll rest. Luckily for us, the narwhal, I say that in imaginary quotation marks, did break that ice barricade down there, so we should be able to explore further first, though. Let's see what we got. I accidentally picked up one of my pots. King crab. Some starfish, more crabs, more crabs, more crabs. Alright, we're crawling in crabs this morning. Let's sell these really quick and then we'll head off on our adventure round 2. Morning, I've got lots of crabs and sea stars for you. $176 worth. Or even more than that, plus 13. A $200 haul. Crab pots are an amazing way to generate passive income. Between the crab pots and our trawling net, we make so much money while still having tons of time to explore. It's the perfect combination. Alright, let's see what we got. The photographer did indeed leave. She wasn't sticking around any longer. It's just regular ice fish. I see a golden glow here, though, next to the ruins. What do we have here? Treasure, perhaps? Ooh. Icebreaker plowhalf. Perfect. Just what we need. What is this? A cold wind whistles through the doorway of the only cabin still standing. Behind it, a frozen-over dig site is littered with tools and debris. Well, let's check out that cabin. You enter the small cabin, the door long since fallen from its hinges. A rotting table sits inside. A crudely drawn map of the area has been charted onto a scrap of paper. You attach it to your own map. A large book sits on the table. It's well worn from the passage of time, but you can still read the words Captain's Log etched into the cover. You open the book, its frozen spine cracking for the first time in decades. Which entry do you want to read? Well, let's start with the first one. The 30th of May, 1847. Arrived at the floating sea ice amidst a particularly thick fog. A few channels could be seen leading into the ice, though sizable chunks float in our way, posing a hazard. I've ordered us to moor against the outer ice wall, while the engineers make adjustments to better prepare the vessel. 1st of June, 1847. The vessel was pursued by a particularly aggressive narwhal. Some men placed fish on the ice nearby in an effort to distract it. It appeared to work, though only for a time. It resurfaced and needed satiating repeatedly. If we can't find a more permanent solution to the beast, we'll have to make sure we keep enough fish on hand to placate it. And then 5th of June, 1847. As I lay falling asleep, the most almighty voice spoke unto me. It resounded from the thick ice below, at once both powerful and ethereal. There was no mistaking this as a trick of the wind, nor a jest by the crew. It did not pause for response or acknowledgement, but whispered a cryptic prophecy. At first I could not make sense of it. 3 listeners shall hear the heart, in that I should indulge these listeners. It spoke of boundless wealth from the stars, and of eyes opening unto the world. The rest of my sleep was feverish, as my mind was plagued with the sound of the voice. It spun in my head, echoing ever louder. In the morning, the boatswain and the navigator came to me separately, claiming to have heard a sound like a heartbeat as the men were digging yesterday. They indicated a desire to explore the eastern and western reaches of the ice field. I shall indulge them. Interesting. Alright, so there's our mystery. What were they exploring? And also, what is that trapped in this ice shard? Is that a person? Light pierces through the ice, intensifying and concentrating into a glow in the center. A dark form takes shape against the light. Place an ear to the ice. A distorted voice echoes from within. Don't disturb the ice. Who are you? Captain, the expedition. Chart the ice field. Appeared suddenly through the ice. What happened here? It whispered, promised, stones from the stars. It knew 3 would hear the heart beneath the ice. The voice grows louder. It commanded 3 listeners, 3 sacrifices for 3 eyes. I obeyed, but a 4th now sees, forever futile. The shadow is silent for a time. Slumbering still. Should leave, it sees you, before it whispers. Let's try to break the ice. Do not risk breaking. It senses through the ice, through the shadows. No hope. Okay, if I want to break the ice, I need some sort of pick. Do we want to break the ice? I don't know. Sounds pretty ominous there. But hey, promises of treasure, and we can't say no to that, right? Do anything for treasure. Yeah, it looks like we can't get into any of these areas until we get the icebreaker. And then over here, I guess that's another area the narwhal can break if we get enough fish. Ooh, what's this thing? Looks like someone built a feeding station for that monstrous narwhal. Perhaps its appetite would be satisfied by an offering of fish. I'll get some fish for you, narwhal. Hang on. Probably gonna have to sleep at that spooky camp tonight. Next to the frozen man. Let's get back to that dock. Spend the night here. Hopefully the narwhal doesn't eat us while we sleep. There we go. Another night. Another night survived, I should say. Now, let's see if we put some fish over here, if we can lure the narwhal in to break it. I'm gonna catch a couple more. Oh, actually, we don't even have space for anymore. So let's see if we have enough. Big fish. These fish are weirdly shaped, so I don't know. It's gonna be enough. Almost. If we can get one more ice fish, we'll have enough. There we go. Alright, narwhal. Come have your snack. Comes. Wow, he really loves fish. That should keep it satisfied, at least for a little while. I mean, hey, if it's got a full tummy, then it's less likely to try to eat me, right? It's a win-win for everyone. Because now we got another passage unlocked. Hopefully, staying away from that narwhal. What is that? Do you see this? Something frozen in the ice? First, though, I think this is another part of the icebreaker that we need. So let's dredge this up. Yep, icebreaker bracing. Now, what the heck? Oh, there's another frozen guy here. You dock against a small platform of ice formed around a gigantic clawed hand. You are not the first to find this place. Remnants of a long-abandoned camp litter the ice. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scraps of snowed-over equipment. A dark shape twists within. Place an ear to the ice. An anguished voice cries from deep within the ice. Help me, frozen. So many years. Free me. Please, break the ice. Who are you? I am, the boatswain, the expedition, the terror. Please, break the ice. What happened? The figure contorts through painful shapes. We saw lights dancing in ice. Dug deep. Didn't know. I heard it. The heart beating under ice. The cracking, waking, the noises in the east. I went. The captain brought him here to find it. The hand in the night. Shadow of claws. The darkness shrinks. I turned away. Just a moment. The pain, the claws. My back so cold, so dark, under ice. Please, break the ice. Well, I don't have anything to break the ice right now, but I'll try. You rummage through the small pile of equipment in the snow. Most items are stuck fast in the ice, but inside a small backpack you find an old journal. Which entry do you want to read? 2nd of June. Captain ordered us to make camp on the ice in the center of the lagoon. After we saw those lights in the ice, everyone's got treasure on their minds. Treasure hunting isn't exactly what the expedition was commissioned for, but given the captain gets the lion's share of whatever we find, it doesn't surprise me that he's willing to bend the rules a bit. We'll start digging after the camp's done. 4th of June. Spent the day digging down in the ice, shovels and ice picks. Can't remember the last time I was this tired. We were only allowed 2 short breaks all day. Down in the pit, as I rested with my back against the ice, I started hearing something. It was different to the sounds of the picks. They were short and sharp. This was low, a rumble from deeper down. On my first break, it was occasional, only a few each minute. By my second break, it had quickened, like a heartbeat. 5th of June. The captain overheard me telling some others about the sound I heard in the pit. Before I knew it, I was in front of his desk, sure I was about to have my pay docked. To my great surprise, he seemed to know something of it already. He was keen on hearing it described over and over. He wants me to help locate the source of it. When he pressed me on it further, I said that it did seem to be coming from the east. Tomorrow we are setting off to see if we can find it. Perhaps I shall get a bonus after this is done. Alright, so we're learning what happened. They came here on an expedition. Ended up getting enthralled at the thought of treasure and following some mysterious heartbeats. And getting frozen in the process. I feel pretty bad for the guys, so I'm gonna do my best to help them out if we can. I think first, I'm gonna have to go back up to our good friend, the traveling merchant, to unload some of my stuff though, because our cargo is getting full up real quick. So eerily quiet. So far, besides our manatee sightings, which have been both of our own choosing, it's been quiet. So hopefully it stays that way. Keep the manatee fed, he'll leave us alone, and we'll figure out what's going on down here. Hello, traveling merchant. I have returned. I have a cargo hold full of fish. And, maybe more importantly, full of icebreaker parts. Here's one. Here's two. Nice. So there's only one more part left to find. And then while we're here, if we go to the floating dock, all we need for our last level 3 upgrade is 2 pieces of wood, which we now have. So we can modify 1 cargo space to hold more lights. Only $75 upgrade, and most importantly, that allows us to get the new hull upgrade. It'll be a tier 4 hull, which adds 15 new cargo spaces. That is exactly what we need. Now, I've got a few of these materials in my inventory already, but obviously we're gonna need a lot more, so we'll just pop these in. And then we'll call it a day here for our first episode of the Dredge DLC. Obviously, we've still got lots to explore. We need to get our icebreaker made so we can explore and figure out what the heck happened to that expedition from so many years ago. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you will come back and join me for more of our Pale Reach adventures. Thanks for watching.